candidate as of yet, and if someone does pop up, that's fine. But 24 August is the time for the Florida primaries. Then, of course, the general election will be the 2nd of November. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's why I said about Keith Olbermann being totally delusional and not sitting out and reading the tea leaves and understanding what's happening. I mean, there is a strong black conservative movement. Let's face it, one of the most powerful philosophical voices out there is Thomas Sowell.
Well, he's terrific. He's one of our favorites, as is Walter Williams. And one other thing, Colonel West, I think many Americans look today to our military for just a sense of purpose and inspiration. And when you look at all the polls, right, that rank different job categories, the military still ranks very high in professions that people respect. I think that is also part of your appeal, frankly, not to generalize too much, but I think we need a little order, military, style, practical thinking, and a stick-to-itiveness in our politics that we don't have right now.
Well, I think it also comes down to, three things that I think are missing in Washington, D.C. that the military really drills in you. That's honor, integrity, and character. I think that when you have people in the military that take an oath to support and defend the Constitution, and they're willing to lay down their lives for that, that separates them from the, inept, incompetent career politicians that you have up in Washington, D.C. So I think that the American people are looking for folks that, have put their lives on the line for this country, that when the Star Spangled Banner is played, they get rigid, they get very disciplined, and they get a little tear in their eyes. So that's what America is supposed to be about. And that's what our founding fathers established. Not this career politician, not where we have almost 80% lawyers. Yeah, almost 80% lawyers. This is supposed to be people from all walks of life. And one of the key things you brought up is we don't have the fat cats. I mean, definitely 22 years in the Army is not going to make you a rich fellow.
Well, rich in wisdom and common sense, though. That's a little bit of what we need right now. So I hear that Charlie Crist is saying that you would have voted for the stimulus. I'm not sure. Oh, Charlie Crist, excuse me, I'm reading my sheet incorrectly. Charlie Crist actually said that he would have voted for the stimulus. Is that right? Is there a new story about Crist out there?
Well, I think that's one of the things he said back on the Fox News debate he had with Speaker Rubio. So, that's going to be an interesting race. But the key thing, Laura, about that Senate primary race is that it's indicative of the internal struggle that's going on within the Republican Party about what is going to be the philosophical message the way ahead for the Republican Party. Are they going to continue to believe that you can win by being a lesser version of a liberal, or are they going to go to true conservative principles and values? So it'll be interesting to see how that primary race comes out.
Colonel Allen West, we appreciate your joining us, and it's not a surprise to me that you don't have a real primary challenger. I doubt you will have one. You've become, in your own way, an internet sensation, which is part of the new way that we have to operate in politics today, using all the new media outlets that are out there, and we're just delighted. We had one question into our website, and I like our listeners like to ask questions of our guests as well. And one question was about your personal inspiration. Who inspired you to be the person you are today?
Well, just as I said in the speech at CPAC, it was my father and my mother, because they instilled in me the right value system. They instilled in me the right principles that, it's about individual responsibility and accountability. They helped me to understand what makes an economy strong, which is, free market principles of investment, ingenuity, and innovation. And they taught me about a sense and a love of God and country. My dad served in World War II. I had an older brother served in Vietnam. I have a nephew that's, already done 2 tours in Afghanistan, following my footsteps as a young captain. So it's that family that really taught you about service, sacrifice, and commitment to a great country called America.
Well, I love it. Colonel Allen West, the door's open. Come back anytime. We wish you all the best. 4 generations of military service in his family, and we need that type of patriotic civic engagement in our country right now. Colonel West, thanks so much.
Thank you, Laura. Call upon me anytime.